Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, and to the National Commission on Indigenous People, good afternoon. Marami pong nagpaabot sa akin, sa aking opisina, nakakaramdam ng mga kabagalan sa pagproseso ng mga aplikasyon para sa Certificate of Ancestral Domain Titles or CADT. Bagamat kinikilala ng Indigenous Peoples' Rights Act o IPRA ang native titles, hindi po ito kinikilala ng ibang lokal na pamahalaan. Sa iba pang ahensya at lalo na ng mga korupsyon. Kaya po para ma-assert ng mga katutubo ang kanilang karapatan sa kanilang mga lupain, kailangan po nila ng CADT. Ayon po sa inyong performance data noong 2024, nakamit lamang ng NCIP ang 28.57% na target nito para sa pag-issue ng Certificate of Ancestral Domain Titles at Certificate of Ancestral Land Titles. Ito po ay 54 mula sa 140 applications na dapat ay natapos na. Napakalayo po nito sa goal, Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Kahit na may inilaan tayong sapat na budget para sa mga program na ito, ano po ba ang major causes ng mga delays na ito?
Madam Speaker, Your Honor, there are a lot of various bottlenecks which include boundary conflicts, issues with the LGUs, and of course, the limited technical manpower to conduct surveys, which is why we need an increase of budget for this 2025 fiscal year.
Maraming salamat, Madam Sponsor. Kahit po kami ay ganyan din po yung nararamdaman namin even on our own ancestral domain. At follow-up question ko lamang po, ano ang mga specific improvements or reforms ang inyong ipinapasok sa 2026 budget para masigurong matutupad na ang matagal nang hinihintay ng ating mga indigenous communities na land titles at support?
The policy of the NCIP is to fast-track the delineation and recognition of ancestral domain claims through the establishment of the Ancestral Domain Land Management System, ADLMS. The ADLMS digitizes maps and records, streamlines validation, prevents overlaps, and accelerates the processing and registration of CADTs. With the support of the World Bank, this system ensures a transparent, modern, and efficient process. In addition, the NCIP also adopts a policy of capacity building and interagency harmonization to equip local offices and integrate data with other land agencies, thereby avoiding conflicts and expediting recognition of indigenous people's rights.
Maraming salamat, Madam Sponsor. Gusto ko yung sinabi niyo pong interagency. Sana po magkaroon ng ngipin ito dahil kadalasan ang nangyayari ang ibang ahensya ay hindi naman nakikinig sa NCIP. At damang-dama ko po yun dahil naramdaman namin sa sarili naming ancestral domain. Gusto ko mag-focus sa particular case ng isang CADT applicant. Ang mga komunidad ng Tagnato, Puring, Buliluyan, Marihangin, and Sebaring ay nag-file for application ng Certificate of Ancestral Domain Title sa mahigit 56,000 na hektarya ng lupain at tubig noong 2005. After 20 years, ano na ang status ng CADT ng katutubo ng Marihangin?
As of the moment, Madam Speaker, we have no funding for it. But we would like to commit to resolve all the issues that is pending on this issue.
Naintindihan ko po, Madam Sponsor, dahil kadalasan yan po ang nagiging problema ng mga ancestral domain, ang walang pondo. Ang nakaabot sa opisina ko, nirarason ng NCIP, Kasi kagaya ng sabi mo ay wala pong pondo para sa validation process. Can you commit that a portion of your 2026 budget can fund the validation process towards the approval ng CADTI ng Marihangin and other pending CADTIs?
Yes, Madam Speaker, we would like to commit that, in fact, we have the NCIP's general policy is to recognize and uphold the rights of ICCs or the IPs to their ancestral domains under the IPRA, securing these lands for present and future generations while fostering peace, development, and respect for customary laws.
Maraming salamat, Madam Sponsor. And to put it on record, anong commitment po ang maibibigay ng NCIP today para mapabilis ang pagproseso ng CADTI at hindi mapaalis ang mga katutubo sa kanilang ancestral domain?
Madam Speaker, we have proposed 200 million for the cadastral survey program, which as of the moment has been taken out of our existing budget.
So, ibig pong sabihin, kinakailangan pang maibalik ang original na pondo na nilaan ninyo na 200 million para sa katastro real?
Yes, Madam Speaker, you're correct.
Tama po. Sige po. With that, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, I would like to manifest that I fully support your request for additional fund. However, I wanted to see that pero ang bagal po ng ating proseso. Kadalasan ang nangyayari is sa pag-aantay ng CADTI ng ating mga katutubo, nagkakaroon na po ng harassment sa kanila. I'd like to put that on record also, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, that I am in favor for that additional funding, but with the commitment of the NCIP that there will be a change, there will be a reform in terms of your policies, in terms of your fast track in the CADTI issuance po. May I get the commitment?
Madam Speaker, yes, we would like to commit, and we fully commit to the policy changes that you want to review. In fact, NCIP right now has a policy policy review technical working group, and we would like to invite you and the entire House who is interested in participating in this review of the policies, and at the same time to fast track all the CADTIs. We would like to thank you for your support in giving us this budget increase of 200 million for the cadastral survey program.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor. Maiba naman po ako ng tanong sa usapin ng free, prior, and informed consent. Mr. Speaker, gusto ko pong itanong, isa po sa mga naiparating ng sektor ng mga katutubo sa amin ay ang planong irebisa ng NCIP Executive Order Number 3, Series of 2012, or the revised guidelines on free, prior, and informed consent and related processes of 2012. Ang huling update na nakarating sa amin mula sa mga kasama sa Legal Rights and Natural Resources Center or LRC ay nasa Office of the President na po ito for comments. Mr. Chair, Madam Sponsor, maaari po ba ninyong kumpirmahin sa komite na ito kung nagkaroon ba ng sapat at tamang konsultasyon sa sektor ng mga katutubo tungkol sa bagong FPIC guideline?
Madam Speaker, there's an ongoing review with DOJ and the Office of the President. And if you have any comments or suggestions, it can be reverted back to us.
Yes. With that,
This was started.
okay. Mr. Speaker, Madam Sponsor, ano ang bagong exemption sa FPIC requirements sa panukalang guidelines?
Madam Speaker, we have the continuation of FPIC for the digitization, transparent and accountability enhancement, and consultative consultations, ongoing consultations.
Totoo ba na nakasama rito ang ecotourism, quarrying, at renewal ng mga existing project?
Madam Speaker, it is part of the process.
It is part.
Yes, it is part.
Meron pong napaabot sa aking opisina na after a series of consultation, sakali man na na-expire ang isang FPIC or mag-a-apply ng isang FPIC. Ngunit kung ang ancestral domain or yung ICC-IPs ay hindi pumayag, ang ginagawa daw po dito sa bagong guidelines na ito ay pagkatapos ng a series of conversations and multiple of inquiries sa ICC's IPs na kung papayag ba silang approvan yung FPIC at sakaling umayaw po sila ng ilang beses, tama po ba na mag-o-automatic po ito na mag-approve?
Madam Speaker, I think that is incorrect. That information is incorrect.
Maraming salamat.
We respect the decision of the community and uphold its decision.
Okay. Maraming salamat po, Madam Sponsor. Mr. Speaker, gusto ko lamang pong tanungin din na at bukas ba ang NCIP na muling idaan ang bagong FPIC guidelines sa isang mas malawak at makabuluhang konsultasyon?
Yes, Madam Speaker, of course, we are open to we are opening it and welcome everyone to join the process of review. In fact, that is why we are asking for an increase in budget, because we would like to expand our policy review making strategies.
Kinagagalak pong marinig po iyan dahil ang isang oo po ay hindi po sapat. Kinakailangan po natin ang consensus. Dadako naman po ko sa another question. Pagpasensyahan niyo na po dahil napakarami pong mga tanong ang gustong ipaabot ng ating mga indigenous people sectors po. Nakarating sa amin na ang NCIP ay nag-propose ng 200 million budget para sa cadastral survey of ancestral domain claim, universe, and establishment of the Central Ancestral Domain Map Database, which is yun po yung hinihingi ninyo po kanina. Makumpirma po ba natin na ang propose talaga ang NCIP ng 200 million para dito sa cadastral survey po?
Yes, yes, Madam Speaker.
Magkano po ba ang kasalukuyang budget para rito sa ilalim ng NEP?
As of now, we have 93 million for the regular program of the ancestral domain program to process ancestral domain claims. But for the cadastral survey program, we have none.
Okay po. Ano po ang specific outputs na expected bawat taon sa loob ng kanilang 3 years program?
Ancestral domain land management system and the cadastral survey will be included.
Paano po lulutasin ng program na ito ang mga umiiral na overlaps at inconsistencies sa mga ancestral domain claims?
Yes, Madam Speaker, that is actually the main purpose of this open entrance transparent database.
Ibig pong sabihin, kung hindi po ito mapopondohan, hindi po mareresolba ang problema sa mga overlaps and inconsistency. Tama po?
Yes po, Madam Speaker. Mas mabagal po yung process.
Sa usapin po ng pag-survey ng mga ancestral domains, paano po na-ensure ng NCIP na efficient ito nakikipagtulungan po ba ang NCIP sa mga legitimate IP community leaders sa pagdetermine ng mga boundaries?
Madam Speaker, we have a continued consultation with them, and the assurance of every peso is tied to measurable outputs like CATs delineated, registered, and awarded.
Paano po ma-maintain at ise-secure at gagawing accessible sa mga relevant government agencies at IT stakeholders ang centralized digital database na ito?
Madam Speaker, the World Bank is helping us establish the ancestral ancestral domain land management system, the ADLMS, which digitizes records and maps to speed up validation, prevents overlaps, and fast-track the processing and awarding of CADs. This ensures that the funds directly translate into titled ancestral domains awarded to IP communities.
Maraming salamat, Madam Sponsor. Ako po ay dadako naman po sa expansion of NCIP's Educational Assistance Program. Ang panukalang 100 million pesos na request ng inyong ahensya. Tama po?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Ano po ang kasalukuyang budget at scope ng NCIP's Educational Assistance Program sa ilalim ng 2026 NEP?
Madam Speaker, for 2025, the MOOE allotment per GA is 231,462 million. The obligations is 124,406,969 million. And the unobligated is 107 million. And the disbursement is 94,752,179.85.
Kung ibibigay
And
po,
246 for this year.
maraming salamat, Madam Sponsor. Kung ibibigay po ba ng sa NCIP ang kanilang request na 100 million para sa expansion na ito, ilan po ang target number of students na ma-assist po ninyo?
There are 6,000 students in the waiting list.
Paano po masisiguro ng NCIP na ang mga magiging beneficiaries ng programang ito ay properly identified? Meron bang mechanism in place para sa identification ng beneficiary?
Yes, Madam Speaker, there are guidelines for such programs.
Maraming salamat po. Paano po sisiguraduhin ng NCIP na ang scholars na tumatanggap ng assistance sa pamamagitan ng program na ito ay talagang makakomplete ng kanilang education at makakabalik sa kanilang komunidad?
Madam Speaker, the CapDev is integrated. It is integrated in the CapDev, and there's also a database for that.
I would like to manifest, given the commitment that the scholarship programs to go to the indigenous peoples who need it the most, this representation in the proper time would move to increase the budget for educational assistance from 100 million to 200 million pesos. Huling tanong po, Madam Sponsor, ito ay tungkol sa capacity development and mainstreaming of indigenous peoples' governance systems for environmental conservation and sustainable development. Isa pang program na may 100 million na proposed budget. Ano po ang kasalukuyang budget para sa program na ito sa ilalim ng 2026 NEP?
Madam Speaker, it is a new trust and new allocation, so there's no budget for it, right? As for this year.
So dahil hindi pa nasama sa NEP ang proposed amount na 100 million, anong mga initiatives po ang directly affected at hindi matutuloy sa ilalim ng item na ito?
For now, hindi matutuloy because we don't have the budget for it. But we have proposed 310 million for it if mabigyan kami at mapagbigyan yung increase in our budget.
Yes, Madam Sponsor, ang tanong ko po is, anong initiatives po ang directly affected kapag hindi po ito matutuloy?
the AD Sustainable Development Plan and Protection Plan.
Maraming salamat sa ating dear colleagues, distinguished sponsor at sa NCIP. We support investments in our IP educational assistance and ancestral domain mapping. Ang inaasahan ko sa NCIP ay i-commit na walang pagrepaso ng free, prior, and informed consent nang walang malalim na pagkonsulta sa ating mga katutubo. Napaka-ironic kung walang consent mismo ng mga katutubo ang guidelines ng free, prior, and informed consent. Malinaw dapat ang prinsipyo, no consultation, no revisions. Ang mabilis na issuance ng CADTI ay dapat din maikomit ng ahensya na ito. The formal recognition of our IP's ancestral domains should be a priority. Ang CADTI ay proteksyon, hindi lamang ng kultura ng mga katutubo, pati na ang buhay ng mga kababayan natin at kalikasan ng ating bansa. Maraming salamat, Mr. Speaker. Maraming salamat, Madam Sponsor, and to the NCIP family.